Here we go.
Hey, Vince Vitito here. As you can see, we're at the William S. Boyd School of Law in Las Vegas. Like I was saying, completing kind of my law school admissions process. And the process really starts with the LSAT, and it's a huge part of the process. I would probably say that 2/3 of your admissions is based on your LSAT score, because it's a common factor that everyone's subject to. So it's important that you do really well in it. There's basically like 3 main ways to study for the LSAT. One way is to go to a class. When you go to a classroom study, I think is probably the least efficient way to study for it. There's benefits you can get from it, but since there's a lot of students within the class, it's hard to get that individualized attention that you need, because everyone's going to have different strengths, different weaknesses when it comes to the LSAT. Some people are better at logic games than others. Some people are better at particular logical reasoning questions than others. So you get a kind of a broad, good idea of what the LSAT's all about, but to really excel on it, you have to put in a little more work. And the other kind of downside, I guess, of it is it's expensive. Even if these classes have a lot of students in them, and there might be a good chunk of time that you spend in class, but you're still looking at spending well over $1,000. A different way is tutoring, which is probably the most efficient way. It's one-on-one. You're going to get individualized attention. You're going to get a study program that's going to be designed specifically for you, and that's the best way probably to study. But on the downside, tutoring is going to be the most expensive. I've seen all different price ranges. I personally spent roughly $1,500 for a tutor myself, but I've researched, and I've seen prices all the way up to the $4,500 range. So you're going to spend a lot of money, but you're going to get a lot for it too. And that's where I think that I can offer a lot of help for you. And I'm going to meet with you. We're going to develop a personalized study regimen for you. I already have one that's broken down to the day. It's a 3-month program, and the reason why I feel it's so good kind of ties into the other option, which is self-studying. Self-studying is a good way. It's the cheapest way, and it can be the best because you can tailor it to yourself. But the problem with self-studying is the fact that you don't really know, you don't have that good of an overview of what it takes to do well on it. So it's kind of an evolving process. Well, the problem is it's not that efficient. You might have gone halfway through a book that you heard was good from one of your friends and decide this really isn't that good. I don't really think this is a good methodology for learning logic games or logical reasoning, whatever it might be. And the problem is you've now spent that time, where the thing that I believe that I can offer, after spending hundreds of hours researching it, having a tutor, self-studying myself for several months, talking to a lot of people that have been through the process, that were going through it, I've narrowed down what I think are the best materials that are going to allow you to get whatever score you want, as high as you want to go, or as low as you want to go, but obviously you want to go as high as we can go. And what I offer, kclsatprep.com, is an opportunity for, if you're in the Kansas City area, for me to come meet with you, and we can figure out a tutoring program and build it based on the one that I have for you. Or if you're not in the Kansas City area, I am open to having a consultation. We can meet on phone for a couple hours and discuss what I have put together, the materials and the timeline that's involved. But also, since it's the process, the law school, it's the admission, we're not worried just about the LSAT. We'd also be talking about what you need to do, what the timeline's like on getting your application materials together, tips about that, and also when it comes down back to the LSAT, when it comes to test day performance, because in the end, having all the knowledge for the test is just a necessary condition to doing well. It doesn't ensure that you're going to do well. So we need to focus on performance, and I think that my program embeds a lot of those performance enhancing techniques versus just, hey, here's all the information, I'm going to make you learn this as good as possible. Instead of that, I'm going to do that, but I'm going to take it to another level and make you ready to perform at the highest level possible. So, I'm here for you. I think that I wish I had someone that gave me this opportunity. I think I'm offering a very reasonable price for tutoring and for the consultation. It's going to be cheaper than anything you can find, I guarantee it, and it's going to be a high quality, and I hope you check into it. Thank you.